Welcome back, guys, to Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutors Gambit, where last episode, after calming down Francisca and getting her and Eddie on the same page to delay the trial as much as possible, we were about to go in search of the missing evidence that Eustace must be holding, only for Judge Gavelle to come through the door, as we engaged her in a game of mind chess. Having learned from it that Shaun Fenn is her son and that he has been kidnapped, forcing Verity's weird actions in the trial, we now set out as Team Yatagarasu to steal him back. Alright, here we are. Ready, on, free. Just follow my lead. You'll be fine, okay? What exactly are you talking about? Even in the depths of night. Come on, Miles. Hey, your turn. Keep up, will you? Why are you making me do this? Because the great thief Yatagarasu just arrived at the scene of the crime, dummy. How is anybody supposed to know that if we don't announce her appearance? You may be a thief, but I most certainly am not. Fine, I'll do it on my own. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine, the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief, Yatagarasu. I am very much aware of who you are, thank you. Now, shall we get on with this investigation? You're no fun at all. We don't have time for fun. We have less than 2 hours, in fact. We'd better get started. Alright, well, we have the photo. Let's show it to a few people, see if it jogs any memories. I mean, at the bottom here is quite interesting. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Long time no see. Wait, This is Will Powers. He's an action star I met on an old case. He's also the man behind the mask of the one and only Still Samurai. Long time no see indeed. Nice to meet you. I'm Kay Faraday. Great thief. Mr. Edgeworth has been working as my assistant. Good to meet you, but thief? Mr. Edgeworth has been assisting a thief? Let's not worry about that for now. We'd like to ask you about what happened this morning, if that's alright. Sure. I don't know if I can be of much help to you, but sure. So we'll be one of Shaun's work colleagues. I guess we better just dive right in. Hello, Will Powers. How are you? What about the incident? I heard you were investigating this one, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, yes, but I'm not the prosecutor in charge, of course. But if you're Kay here's assistant, I guess this is her case? No, that's simply... I can see you're an intelligent man. You're right, of course. I'm in charge of this one. Don't encourage her. Alright, I'll need you to give me straight answers. First of all, this case. Have you noticed anything weird? Perhaps you could give me your impressions. Is that supposed to sound like me? My impressions? I guess my main concern is, no offense to the victim and all, but... Is it all over for the production? Are we done? I can't help but worry. I think it's probably safe to assume that you are, at least for now. Right? I knew it. What a bummer. Wouldn't have the location for much longer either. Because you were due to finish shooting soon. No, because they're due to start building. That lot won't be empty for long. They were letting us use it while they get ready to make a start. I guess the plan was to shoot the rest on a lot back at the Global Studios. I've been so worried about everything. What with people spreading all these rumors too. Rumors? Yeah, this journalist keeps coming around. Y'all have been hiding real monsters out there, set of yours. Y'all can't do that. I'm gonna expose you all. She's always saying stuff like that. I think I know exactly who this journalist might be. Yeah, the photographer, right? I thought you maybe knew her. But you're not, are you? Hiding real monsters, I mean. Are you kidding? If they had real monsters to call on, I'd be out of a job. That's what I thought. You are the man inside. Creature features. So you've all been working hard on the movie. Yeah, it's the first time I've been on a reboot of an old series. This one's been a real challenge for me and everybody else over at Global Studios. If only they'd put this kind of energy into making a new Still Samurai show or something. What role are you playing in this one? Me? I'm Torosaurus himself. No way! So you're the star! Hey, well, not quite. I'm in a costume, see? My face won't ever appear on screen. Really? Still, that's pretty amazing. I wish I could wear a costume like that. Hey, do you think I could try it on sometime? I settled for just climbing inside one of the horns. I'd love to say yes, but that's not how it works. You can't really climb inside that part. Oh, I get it. Because I'm an outsider, right? That's not the issue at all here, Kay. Right, we can ask about Shaun Fenn now. Can I ask you a couple of questions about Shaun? Shaun? Oh, sure. Penny told me what happened. He just disappeared, right? Yeah, sounds like him. Does he do that a lot? Yeah, kinda. If we take 5 mid-shoot, you look around sometimes and he's just gone. Do you have any idea where he might have headed off to? Sorry, no. I did see him leaving the set, though. Huh? You did? And where was he headed? He got on the site bus. But I was checking some equipment over, and by the time I looked back up, he was gone. The site bus. I wonder if he left any clues behind. Do you mind if we take a look inside the bus, Mr. Powers? Sure, you'll have to excuse the mess, though. Alright, let's see what we can find. By the way, do you have anything to do with this? This was you in the photo. I think we need to, like, fully ascertain, maybe? Feels like you're right there behind the scenes, This has been such a great shoot. Everybody's so into it. Crew, cast, everybody. Sure, it's not always been easy, but we kept smiling right through it all. What an atmosphere. And now this. How did this happen? There's not much we can do right now about the fact the shooting has been suspended. But if we can solve the case, maybe there's a chance the movie can get back on schedule. Another reason to do what we came here to do. We got extra dialogue, but nothing about, like, this was him in it. Well, I guess we can examine everything. It's a map of the area around the big building. Let's take a closer look. Oh, okay. Daybreak Dump, Sunrise Hall, Sunshine Harbor, Dusk Street, Days End Mall, Sundown Sanitation Plant, Mornington Park, the Sunshine Coliseum, Sunset Station, Dawn Street, a big building wrecking the entire naming convention of everything around the city. My god, how did that get past planning permission? This is the big building itself, so that's where we are right now. It's kind of cool looking, but I still can't quite bring myself to like it. I'm not surprised. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you never wanted to come here again. Hey, when this is all over, when we have the whole case wrapped up, can we maybe come here just for fun? We could bring Gummy too. You don't let the past drag you down, do you? It's an admirable quality, I guess. Let's think about that later, shall we, Kay? The case isn't over just yet. We can't afford to start making plans for when it's done. No fun. Fine, let's hurry up and solve this little mystery, shall we? I can look at the Daybreak Dump. There's a garbage processing facility right next to the fishing port here. Do they process garbage they pull out of the sea or something? I guess they might, but I doubt that's all they deal with. So what else? Oh, like garbage that washes up on the shore? Shells and fish bones and stuff? Well, who knows that stuff in there in the first place? Who throws that stuff in there in the first place, huh? They should be ashamed of themselves. Did they ever hear of recycling? You could make earrings and necklaces and yeah. Let's maybe talk about this another time, shall we, Kay? I like how the dump was an interesting spot for us. The Sunshine Coliseum, they hold all kinds of events there. Yeah, I wanted to go to the World Thief Symposium, but they cancelled it this year. It was so cool. Thieves from all over the planet all gathered in one place. I mean, there was that thing where they arrested pretty much everybody who attended, I guess. And some people did say the whole thing was just a trap set by the police. And yet you still wanted to go. The fact that it works is the more baffling bit. I don't really buy into all that stuff. But they do say the light from the sun in the morning gives you more wrinkles, right? And why are we talking about this? Why do you think? Because they called it Morning Tan Park. I certainly like to be basking in the morning sunshine without a care in the world right now. Morning Tan... No. Sundown Sanitation Plant's over here. The Sundown Sanitation Plant? What do they... make cleaning products there or something? Sadly not. I think they just incinerate all the garbage the trucks bring back. By the way, Kay, you seem a little antsy. Oh, it's nothing. Hey, did you see up in the other corner of the map? There's another garbage facility. Indeed, there is. I imagine it probably fulfills a slightly different function. There seem to be quite a few such facilities in the area. Yeah, the place is littered with them. Really, that's what you were so excited about. A third-rate pun. I can understand it. Wasn't terrible. So we've checked out the entirety of this place, but there actually wasn't anything for us to get from doing so. Oh, okay. Fair. Where else can I examine? Not even the rose garden. Shaun! Shaun! You in there? No sign of him here either. Kind of thought that basket on the back of the truck there looked suspicious. She's not wrong. It does. Huh? What are you doing, Mr. Edgeworth? Why are you touching the truck? The engine's cold, which means it's been here for a while. No way, you could tell just from that. And if it's been parked here a while, I guess the driver might not be nearby either. We don't really have time to stand around waiting until they get back. Blue truck, parked in front of the big building, driver is nowhere to be found. That was jotted down. A very good day to you, Prosecutor Edgeworth, sir! Huh? I'm not a prosecutor anymore, but he doesn't need to know that, I guess. Good day to you too, officer. Can I ask why you've been posted here? Me? Oh, I'm just keeping an eye on things. Excellent. Then perhaps you can tell me if any vehicles have come in or out of here this morning. None except the taxi and that blue truck over there, sir. Only 2 vehicles have come in or out. That could be useful to know. Thank you. Oh, hey there, pal. Why the long face, huh? Ever think you want to make me lighten up a little? Did you take on any passengers here this morning? Does a witch wear a pointy hat? You bet I did. Just the one fare, mind you. And who was the passenger? It was 2 guys. Had on these black suits. Real sharp looking. Did they have a boy with them? This boy? Nah. Like I said, it was just the 2 of them. Alright, never mind. Thank you for the help. I thought we might be onto something there. But no luck. 2 men. They took a taxi from the big building. They didn't have a child with them. We're getting some logic. Information. I guess we got to check out the bus. Another rose garden. That's pretty much everything, weirdly. A lot less to examine here than you'd expect. Where would Shaun have been sitting? Shaun? Oh, that's the seat with the backpack on it. There's something poking out of it. A videotape. We use these when we're shooting. Why would Shaun have one? Was there something he wanted to record? This could be a clue. Do you have a way for us to check what's on the tape? Sure. There's a couple of monitors set up right over there. Alright, hitting play. It's Shaun. Is he rehearsing his lines? Shaun was there on his own, running his lines. There's a clearly visible footprint right there, which means this must be from last night. Yeah, he does this sometimes. When he's not happy with a scene, he borrows the equipment and goes over it on his own time. Wow, he's really dedicated, huh? Sure is. He may be young, but he takes his craft seriously. You gotta admire it. Well, that part of it, at least. Using the kit without asking part, not so much. And he would have been able to use the equipment on his own. Sure, if all he wanted to do was shoot something pretty basic. Huh? What is it, Kay? Where did Shaun go? He ran off somewhere and just left the camera running. It stopped. Now I guess he ran out of tape. So that's all that's on there. Shaun's rehearsal. I think you should probably look for a bit more there. In between, you looked away by the look of it. I don't know. There's an array of filming equipment here. Are you getting ready to shoot something? No, nothing's scheduled for today at this location. It's just a case has gone missing. Case? What is he talking about? Yeah, all that stuff there is normally stored inside a large case. but I look away for 5 minutes and it's wandered off somewhere. Sounds like there's a thief around here. What exactly was taken? Just the case, as far as I can tell. Well, we've got the way they got the kid out of here. Why only take that? I would have been more interested in what was inside it myself. I guess whoever took it must have needed the case more than its contents. Did they need to put something in it? It's midday already. You think Judge Gavel and the others are doing okay? I'm not sure. How long is it realistically possible to drag out proceedings, I wonder? We had to find Shaun. Indeed we do. Oh, heck. Not like that, dang it. Is it Lotta again? Yeah. Oh my god, there's both of them. How you think we're gonna get us a scoop like that? Sorry, Chief. My bad. How many times I gotta say it? We're scoop friends. Wild critters that survive on scoops and scoops alone. Every second we ain't scooping, we're starving. Scoop or die out here. Yes, Chief. Well, look who it is. Although I can't help but wish it wasn't. When did those two get here? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. We should go talk to them. Should we? Fine. We refuse. Let's start with Lotta. Tabby Lloyd is here. Miss Lloyd calls you Chief, doesn't she? Sure does, because that's exactly what I am. She's my #1 cub reporter. Seems my unique brand of shutterbugging caught her eye, so she came to me to learn the trade. She may be a scribbler, not a snapper, but the both of us are hungry for scoop soup 24/7. Besides, who doesn't want to be called Chief, right? Miss Hart's pictures were what drew Miss Lloyd to her. I suppose it's no surprise that this particular chief attracted an apprentice with such unique tastes. Sure, she didn't score no big stories just yet, but she's hungry. Boy, is she. Hungrier than me, even. And she wants a Taurosaurus exclusive batter and a coyote wants a chicken. She's been turning this place upside down all day looking for leads. She has. Maybe she knows something about the kidnapping. I think we should ask her, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? Agreed. We need all the help we can get to find Shaun. And I can think of one piece of evidence that might encourage her to tell us what we need to know. So now the story of the underground auction is in the bag. What's next? Come on, as if you even need to ask. Taurosaurus, that's what. Fate done dropped him right in my dang lap. Snuck in upstairs to cover the auction. And then he shows up right on the doorstep and stomps big old footprints everywhere for good measure. But do you have a particular news outlet in mind for this big scoop? Does a bear do its business in the woods? I got me 2 or 3 of mine. They'll be all over this like a rash. Heck, there's even one right here in the Bigg Building. Tabby and me, we're in and out of there all the time. I mean, mostly on account of how fond they seem to be of throwing us out on our ears, but still. It sounds as if they're both more out than in. You don't want me to talk to you. You want me very much to speak to you. Well, if ain't my good friend Ruffles. Good to see you all again. And you, Miss Lloyd. But how come you're here, if you don't mind me asking? Miss Lloyd, the accusation of murder made against you was of course entirely groundless. But the fact remains that you were a willing participant in the staged assassination attempt. The police will no doubt wish to speak to you about the matter. You should be aware that you may well be punished for your actions. Well, they kinda dropped the whole case out of nowhere. Packed me up and shipped me home without so much as a slap on the wrist. Guess it was their way of saying, you keep up the good work now. They did seem kinda keen to get me to never ever mention the whole thing ever again, though. Yes, because you weren't part of the official story or of the attempt on the president's life. And they can't afford to have you getting in the way of that. Mr. Edgeworth, telling Tabby not to talk is like trying to stop a dam from bursting with a piece of tape. Not exactly the most delicate way of putting it. Wrote up the whole thing, of course. Every last detail, plus a few of my own. Handed it into the paper, hopes all high and all. But nothing. Not a peep. Was somebody putting pressure on them? Or were the details you added a little too gratuitous, perhaps? Both seem equally plausible, unfortunately. Right, reporting. What are you doing here at the Bigg Building? Are you reporting on something? Hey, maybe I didn't make this clear enough the first time we met. But you want a reporter to scratch your back, you gotta scratch hers first if you catch my meaning. You mean you want me to give you something you can use for an article? Bingo! And it better be good. Because if it ain't, this conversation's over. We do need to know about what might have happened to Shaun. Perhaps I could show her a piece of evidence and see if she has anything to give me in return. And what do you want me to show you? I mean, it has to be something that I can actually give, right? We couldn't get that to be like, this is me in the thing here, showing that you were on scene. I'm wondering if this, in the end, is going to be, rather than lack of footprints, it's just who was inside the costume. Might be an actual issue with that. That's why I'm bringing it up. But I mean, it's photos you want, probably. You don't take photos. Miss Lloyd, this picture. Say no more, Ruffles. I already know what you're going to ask. Huh, you do. You're looking for him, right? The kid. No, I just thought you might want it for an article. What? You just can't get out from under the drama, huh? Wherever he goes, the bodies follow. Miles Edgeworth, trouble magnet. Pretty much sums you up, right? Is my reputation really so sordid? And now you done got yourself wrapped up in a kidnapping too. Crazy. How do you know? Huh? How do you know about that? Shh, pipe down, will ya? Can't be talking about this stuff too loud. I ain't even told the chief about it. Gotta keep it on the down low, okay? That ain't a cat I want out of the bag just yet. Seriously, how do you know about it? Surely Judge Gavelle hasn't told anybody except us. Hehehe! I bet you just love to know, wouldn't ya? Well, you can't. It's a secret. She's as stubborn as ever, it seems. Hey, quit staring at me like that. I ain't sharing nothing with that thundercloud of a face. So what do you know then, considering we've now broke through the thing? So you don't want the photo then? So, you know something, right? Sure do. Truth is, I done saw it. Little kid being bundled up by two shady characters in black suits. What? Do you know where they went? No, don't got a clue. They was kind of far away when I spotted them. Lost sight pretty quick. Dang it! Still, at least we know something about our kidnappers now. Yes, two men in black. Is that all I'm getting? I have a feeling there's some other stuff here that we've not got. One of you's going to have something more, I feel. But we've got logic, so we may as well do that and see where that leads. There's definitely something I'm missing. It might be logic, but that just... It seems like there should be more sentences on people. Like 100%. And I haven't got it, so that's really an issue. Anyway. Two men in black suits. Two men. I feel like those are really linked somehow. Not quite sure. Could be the number. So we've learned a little something about the kidnappers. Miss Lloyd saw two men taking Shaun away. And the taxi driver remembers giving two similar-looking men a ride. They must be the same people, right? I'd say it's a distinct possibility, yes. But there's one thing that doesn't make sense. The taxi driver said specifically that the two men didn't have a child with them. Two men who took Shaun away got into a taxi without him. Oh yeah, that is weird. To be honest, considering I already thought that that is possibly the way that you smuggle out a kidnapped kid, it seems like that, linked with that, isn't a bad idea. It is indeed a stolen kid in a box. Could it be the kidnappers who stole the case? Wait, you mean... Yes, what if they put Shaun inside it? He's little enough that he fit, I guess. So the reason the taxi driver didn't see him might be that he was loaded into the trunk as baggage. Why did they need to hide him? I imagine they might not have planned to originally. But they didn't count on there being a police presence here in the plaza. Right, that makes sense. They didn't want the officer on duty to see them going off with Shaun. So they took a rather drastic measure. That must be it. Alright, let's go see what the taxi driver could tell us. The two men you told us about, did they have any baggage with them? Boy, did they? A giant case. Wasn't easy getting that thing in the trunk, I tell ya. That settles it. They must have been the kidnappers. Where did you take these two men, if you don't mind my asking? Look, I can see this is important. How about I give you a ride there? That's a great idea. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. All right. Thank you. Yeah, my pleasure, folks. That is investigation complete. We're gone. In the blink of an eye, we're at question mark. Is it one of the dumps on the map? There was a lot of dumps on the map. Ah, did he have to drive that fast? I feel kind of queasy. Are you okay, Mr. Edgeworth? You look a little green yourself. I'm fine. The driver said he took the men to the garage of this house right here. Which means this must be where they brought the case. No way, look at the name on the mailbox. The name? What? Excelsius Winner. This must be that chairman guy's house. What? Excelsius Winner ordered Shaun's kidnapping? I mean, not that far-fetched. Isn't he currently under arrest? Yes, but he wants to fudge things. Nice, the garage door is unlocked. You spotted that quickly. Although I guess I probably shouldn't be surprised. Thank you. Fiery bike. It smells of engine oil in here. I guess Winner Senior must be something of a motorhead. Anybody home? No? Anybody? Well, it's more about what you can see on the scene there, Kay. What are we, Kay? Common house thieves? You take that back. We're great thieves, and don't let me ever hear you say different. Have some self-respect, Mr. Edgeworth. She didn't like that at all. Anyway, it seems nobody's around, which hopefully means we're not at risk of being arrested. Don't let your guard down yet. We're only just getting started here. Now, let's find us some treasures. Aren't we supposed to be looking for Shaun? I mean, the very obvious treasure in the room here. My goodness. So let's skirt around it. No way, this bike is super cool. I don't think so, actually. I think it's kind of lame. There's even a skull over the headlight. I know, edgelord extreme. I suppose it's designed so that the eyes light up when you turn it on. Really? Wow, I bet it's still nothing compared to when you get that steely glint in your eyes. My eyes don't actually light up, Kay. I don't know. I need to pay more attention. Look at these huge bags of flour, Mr. Edgeworth. If we had some water and a rolling pin, we could make some delicious fresh noodles. I like them nice and firm, don't you? You have to boil them just the right amount. That's not flour, Kay. It's cement. If you mixed it with water, it would become very, very firm indeed. Really? Wow, cement noodles. Yeah, those would probably kind of stick in your throat, just a little, Kay. Just a little. Shatter your teeth first. Why so much cement, though? Hopefully someone's not putting another patio down, if you know what I mean. There's a sledgehammer, a shovel, and a bunch of other heavy-duty tools here. That thing makes Judge Gavel's hammer look puny. If I ever become a judge, I'm getting one like this. I doubt you'd make yourself very popular swinging one of those around in a courtroom. Really? Fine. What if I swung that shovel around instead? Then it wouldn't be a courtroom, it would be a circus. Promise me you won't do that. The hell's that tool? A red one. Okay, it seems we've examined everything in the room that we can examine, except for the elephant box in the room. Maybe the gloves. Look, a treasure! These are mechanics gloves. They're designed to be worn when fixing vehicles or working with machines. Death, my god. They're covered in oil that looks like it must be from a machine too. And strangely dirt, an awful lot of dirt. I doubt they would have gotten like that from motorcycle maintenance. I hate the guy, but I have to admit, I like his gloves a lot. They're lame! You think we can maybe come up with a good excuse to borrow them? I was about to take them into evidence, but now I'm not so sure that's a good idea. We should do, covered in dirt for some reason. I examine them further? No. What about the stuff on them, like the glass, or I guess it might be concrete shards when I look at it. We got given that phone as well, and there's nothing there for us to look at. Which is kind of a shame, really. there any other difference in all of this? Doesn't seem it, does it? I think we know what this is. Yes, this has to be it. The equipment case that Mr. Powers told us was stolen. They folded little Shaun up, packed him in there, and shipped him all the way here, huh? He's a boy, Kay, not a piece of equipment. And it's possible that he's still here. Then we better find him. My reputation as a great thief is riding on this, and yours as my assistant. Sure it is. A kerfunk. Kerfunk indeed. Kerfunk seems like a good kerfunking cliffhanger to have at this point in time as we end another episode of Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Prosecutors Gambit. There is someone else in this building. Who would have expected it? But if it's Eustace, and Eustace has fled to his dad's home trying to hide, that seems like a terrible idea of a hiding place. Like one of the most obvious places to look, and I'm amazed that no one's actually been sent out to find him here first of all. But maybe it's not Eustace. We'll find out next time. Until then, I say, bye-bye.